This video is supported by patrons like you. If you'd like to become a patron, please head over to patreon.com/Matt Jarbo. All right, what the hell is going on with this Hayden Christensen stuff online? Have you guys been seeing this at all? Have you been seeing any of this? Hayden Christensen went to Galaxy's Edge, and parts of Reddit and parts of Star Wars Twitter and parts of the internet are freaking out. They're freaking out. They're freaking the hell out over this thing. They're going like, oh my God, did you hear? Hayden Christensen made a lightsaber at Galaxy's Edge. Does this mean he's in the Rise of Skywalker? Because that's the theory. And that's not just like that's not like a new theory. That theory's been around for a while. A couple months ago, there was I think it was a fan expo in like Utah, and I think Salt Lake City, where Hayden Christensen and Ian McDermott were going to be on a panel together. And then in like 90 minutes before the panel started, apparently Disney called them and said like, can't do it. And I don't know why. There's never been given any kind of official reasoning as to why. From even the fan expo itself, they released no official statement on the matter at all, which I found to be very fascinating. But they were still there, both doing pictures and photo ops and everything else, making that money, getting that cheddar. So the question becomes, are we going to see Anakin Skywalker in Rise of Skywalker? Because that's what people are saying. So let's kind of look at some of the available information, at least in regards to this. First up, we have the Screen Rant article here saying Star Wars Hayden Christensen builds lightsaber at Galaxy's Edge. That's about it. That's about it. But what it shows us here is this tweet from Sasaki Time saying Hayden Christensen at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland today. Yay! And this has been shared quite a bit. This has been retweeted quite a bit. A lot of people talking about it. A lot of people looking at it. And really all it is just a recapture from this. They just took the images from Star Wars, their original posting, which was 9:01 a.m. this morning. And that's it, right? And here's the pictures right here. We see Hayden with the child. Clearly, it's a great shot. I love that shot. Him with the youngling. I mean, I hope I hope the irony wasn't lost on the child when she gets older. I really hope that kid, when she gets older, looks at this image and just goes like, ooh. I just hope that. I do. I hope that quite a bit. Then we got a shot of him here in front of the Millennium Falcon, which is great. We can see the shot right here with him, just looking like all badass in front of the Millennium Falcon. And then we get this shot here of him in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon on the right. This is obviously a staged photo op because he's got the lighting off to the side and it hasn't been activated yet. So there's nothing that's lit up on the dash. So this is clearly something that they have put together, right? This is something that's just been put together, to showcase that he's there. Disney probably had a photographer follow him around, take some key shots in order to put it out that he was there. Now, is this a photo op thing that's gonna, make people think, oh, Hayden Christensen is gonna be in the Rise of Skywalker. He's gonna make an appearance. He's gonna have a cameo. We don't know. We legitimately really do not know. Even in the leaks themselves, there's no Anakin. There's no Hayden reference in there at all, right? There's no Force Ghost of Anakin. I still don't like that change to the special edition. Call me a jerk. I don't care. I like Hayden Christensen in the role of Anakin. Again, over the years, I've grown to really love Attack of the Clones as well as Revenge of the Sith, and I think he did a fine job in both. Better dialogue would have been fantastic, but hey, you get what you get. And so I just look at this whole thing and I think to myself, where's all the speculation coming from? And again, a lot of people out there are arguing that it's his appearances at these conventions and him going to Disneyland. Well, I went to Hayden, I found out which ones Hayden Christensen had been to. And this is from fancons.com, where they talk about different celebrities and which conventions they've gone to. And so for the past 2 years now, Hayden's been kind of making an appearance, but he's done 3 this year. He has really ramped it up this year, which is peculiar, I'll fully admit. He was in Star Wars Celebration in Orlando in 2017. He did the Rhode Island Comic-Con in 2018. This year was Celebration. Then he went to London Film and Comic-Con a couple months later. And then he was just at the FanX Salt Lake Comic Convention last month in September. So a month and a half ago was that whole controversy. So that is fascinating to me. about whether or not he will be making a cameo appearance. I don't think. Look, I'm not gonna say that he won't. I feel if there are more connections to the Clone Wars saga that are in the Rise of Skywalker, like let's say that Rey is holding the dagger of Mortis, like if that whole thing of that fan speculation turns out to be real, which would be like dope as hell, then that would be something that they could then find a way to bring him in, right, to tie in, because JJ's job is to tie in all 9 movies, and most likely also looking at the success of the Clone Wars and the fact that that's coming back in February, as well as everything else surrounding the popularity of that show, that they might actually want to find a way to tie it in. And so it could be that he's just there and they're wanting to play it up as a photo op in order to really kind of, tell people like, no, he's still in Star Wars. He still loves Star Wars. Or it could be some subtle, sly marketing in order to hint that he's going to be in the movie. But there are people out there that are taking it too damn far. There is someone on like Star Wars Leaks that's like, Disney deleted the Hayden Christensen tweet, then they re-uploaded it, and they're trying to hide that he's in the movie. Like, wait, what? Like, again, that same speculation, anything surrounding Hayden Christensen and something happening, is that a speculation that he's in the movie, that he might be known to spoil something? Last I heard, Hayden Christensen ain't Tom Holland, or Mark Ruffalo. So he ain't that bad. And I'm pretty sure, if he does make an appearance in this movie, he probably is going to keep it under wraps. The dude was in 2 Star Wars movies and didn't leak anything out. And in the subsequent 14 years since the last one came out, he probably just wants to go in there and do this and then bounce out. And, but he does seem to be kind of finding a new affinity for Star Wars. If he's showing up at 3 events this year alone and he's going to Galaxy's Edge, yeah, I'm not going to lie, that does come across a bit suspicious about potentially seeing him in the movie. But I'm not going to jump to conclusions. I'm not going to jump to speculation. I'm looking at what information is available, and it just appears that like he's maybe finding new love for Star Wars because it really does pay well to go to conventions, because it does pay well to go to conventions. He's not acting that much right now, and he could just be doing this as a way to promote his own image. So when he does go to more conventions want to pay him to attend, and he wants to get all the money from the photo ops and from the autographs and all the merch sales and everything else, because you can make a pretty decent living by doing the convention circuit. A lot of people do. And if I had to be a betting man, a guessing man here, I would say that's probably more likely to be the answer. That's the Occam's razor of the situation, is the fact that he would get more money in the long run from creating a higher profile the year of a new Star Wars movie, of the last movie in the Skywalker saga. So then the popularity from that would then would transfer itself to a couple years down the road. So then he'd be able to make a lot of money in the process. Probably a lot more money than he would actually make by having a cameo in the film. That being said, if there is a cameo in the movie, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm down. If there's a cameo in the movie, I am down for that, because I would love to see it. But something better than Return of the Jedi, that crap pissed me off. But something more tangible. Although, look, I think I'm such a sappy older man at this point that if he just showed up as a Force ghost and was all like, he did the wave or he dabbed or something, I'd probably be like, oh my God, Anakin appeared, and I'd be happy. At least I can admit it, right? Anyway, your thoughts, your opinions. Is this all a ploy to get people hyped up to see Anakin return in The Rise of Skywalker? Or is this just a photo op and a convention circuit run that's a great way to earn some extra money? I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your opinion. If you made it this far, go ahead and type in Anakin in the chat so I know. And if you are a new patron, I really appreciate it. You guys are helping keep this channel alive. I cannot thank you enough for all of that. And have yourself a great day, guys. Thank you again, and peace out.